Hey there, my name is Ben, and I've got a pretty incredible story to share that's all about my family and the wild journey we've been on. Back in the day, my grandparents were rock star farmers living in this tiny village. Every summer break, I'd be stoked to head over to their place. They had this amazing farm where they grew all sorts of veggies, and I'd be right there with them, soaking up the sun and getting my hands dirty in the garden. But one summer, things took an unexpected turn. I was out there with my grandpa, working hard, when he suddenly collapsed. Panicked, I called for help, but he didn't make it. In his last moments, he told me how awesome I was and how he wished he could spend more time with me. It was pretty heartbreaking. Fast forward to the funeral, and it was an emotional roller coaster. My grandma and I were a wreck, clinging to each other for support. But my dad? Well, he was pretty distant and didn't seem to care much about his own dad passing away. It was like he had other things on his mind. Turns out, those other things were money. My parents had their sights set on some big dream involving a gas station, and they needed cash to make it happen. They managed to get their hands on my grandma's savings, which was a pretty low move considering the circumstances. And get this, during the funeral, I overheard them scheming about putting my grandma in a retirement home just to get their hands on her money. Seriously, who thinks about money at a time like that? But I bit my tongue and played along because I didn't want my grandma to end up in some home. Life took a twist when my parents' gas station venture turned out to be shady as heck. They were selling stolen gas and raking in quick cash, but it all came crashing down when the police came knocking. They lost everything they had earned, and we were back to square one. My grandma and we stuck together through thick and thin. We went back to our roots, quite literally, by growing our own veggies and making the most of what we had. But destiny had something else in store for us. We stumbled upon oil on our land while digging a well for irrigation. Yeah, you heard that right, oil. Suddenly, we were sitting on a gold mine. My grandma became a millionaire, and we were living the dream. But you know who decided to show up again? Yep, my parents. They wanted a piece of the action, acting all friendly and supportive. My grandma wasn't having any of it. She shut them down and made it clear that I was the one getting her legacy. So, my grandma and I continued our journey, from struggling potato heads to oil magnates. Our story was a mix of hard work, luck, and most importantly, sticking together as a family. I learned that genuine relationships and compassion should always supersede greed and self-interest. Thanks for watching Wisdom and Wealth. See you in the next video.